For the last month, I have been trying a brand new hair mask, and I thought I would share with you my results. I was looking into going and getting a salon grade keratin treatment. I've seen several girls online do it, and they end up with really beautiful, silky straight hair, and they talk about how it's so much, easier to manage, less frizzy, and it's healthier, which from my research, I don't necessarily think it's healthier. It might feel better than you equate to how much you like it better and how it feels to it being healthier. But keratin treatments can damage your hair, especially if you're not doing any type of deep conditioning afterwards. But you'll have to speak with a hairstylist about that. I'm not a hairstylist. I'm just somebody who likes trying out different hair care products to see how they'll work. Now, I did just do my typical braiding my hair. Braiding my hair is really kind of the closest I can get to what my natural texture is, and making it a little bit more uniform and natural, especially since now that my hair has grown out so much, it when it here will be straight, and then I'll have some still of my volume and texture up here, and it's just, I hate it. It's so weird. But so I thought, well, don't really want to be paying $100+ to go get an in-salon keratin treatment, especially I spent all my money on getting myself a new pair of glasses because mine broke. So I'm tapped out definitely until next year. So I thought, well, this is only $10 off Amazon. Maybe it will give me similar results. I mean, if you look at the pictures on here, you would think, and the pictures online showing the before and after, people with, very voluminous, wavy hair, not necessarily really curly, but definitely wavy and voluminous and frizzy, and then they show it go to this with it is silky straight. Now, with salon grade keratin treatments, first of all, it's a different type of keratin that they use. It's much stronger, more concentrated, and then they seal it in with a hot tool. This doesn't say to do any type of sealing in with a hot tool. I have found that though, if I take my straightening comb or brush, I don't know what it is, hair straightening comb, that's what it says on here, so I'm gonna go with that. And it did really make my hair very straight, and I'm not sure if I noticed if it was shinier or not. When you go and get a salon grade treatment and then they seal it in, it looks very shiny, very silky, and very smooth. Don't necessarily if I noticed any enhanced shine from this hair mask, but it did help, I think, my hair stay straighter a little bit longer. Normally my texture would come back the next day, but when I used the mask by itself and didn't straighten my hair or do anything to kind of keep it straight overnight, my hair texture was diminished, but it didn't completely go away. I still had a certain amount of wave pattern to my hair, but I do think it was lessened to a degree. But this by itself will not get rid of if you're trying to look for something that will completely turn your hair straight, this hair mask alone is not going to do it. And there is a huge difference between using a keratin hair mask and going to a salon and getting a keratin grade hair treatment. They are definitely not the same thing. I could not stress that enough. As far as this being a hair mask, it works very well as a hair mask. I do think my hair maybe was slightly less frizzy, maybe a little bit straighter, but again, nothing like if I got to a salon. However, I do think this was less damaging to my hair. Yes and no to that. Because salon grade treatments the keratin treatments can damage your hair. Especially if you have super fine hair like I do, your hair may not be able to withstand the damage. So I don't know from learning that if I would ever go and actually get a salon grade keratin treatment, because I'd be worried that, sure, I might like how it makes my hair look, but if it's something I go and get regularly done, if it's going to damage my hair, I don't want that. I have super, 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 super fine baby hair, and the hair is just constantly trying to look for an excuse to break off, snap off, and just give up on life. I really don't need to be giving it another reason. But I do think if you went and got a keratin treatment and then used this hair mask, it probably would help condition your hair so it wouldn't be as damaged, because it can damage your hair. And they did say that, you know, you're going to want to condition your hair after a keratin treatment. So I do think this keratin mask might help, plus it has keratin, so you can help extend how long your salon grade keratin treatment will last. But again, keratin mask and keratin salon treatment, this doesn't really smell like anything. But I found when I used the keratin mask per the directions on the bottle. So the bottle says to massage it in to your hair for 4 to 8 minutes, and you can use it 3 to 5 times a week. I was using it 2 to 3 because that's how often I wash my hair. But when I would sit there and I would just like really work it in and finger comb it in and massage it in, I would lose so much hair. My hair is, as I said, super fine. And when I get it into the shower and get it wet, it's even more in a weakened state. And me sitting there and doing this, massaging it into my hair, caused so much breakage and fallout. So I can show you here what I lost, how much hair, and then I can also show you what I normally lose when I'm just doing my regular shampoo and conditioner, how much hair I normally lose. So I found that I could use this mask, and I would just quickly apply it. I wouldn't really massage it, just would put it into my hair until my hair felt soft. You can kind of feel it changing your hair. My hair suddenly will feel very soft and very smooth, and that's when I would stop and then just put it up into a claw clip and let it sit. And if I could, I would let it sit for way longer than the 8 minutes that they would say to do, whatever I had time to do. You know, and that's pretty standard for any mask that I use. I like to use it a little bit longer than they say to use it, because I think it helps. I think it does more. The longer you let it sit and penetrate into your hair, the better. So that was my thing. Now, arguably, it's not going to work as well if you're not able there to sit there and massage it into your hair. But as you can see from the breakage that I had, I can't really do that to my hair. I can't do extra fancy things to my hair. The less I touch it when it's wet, the better. And again, that's just because of what type of hair I have. And that kind of further makes me believe that a salon grade keratin treatment would probably do more harm to my hair than good. So this was kind of a good thing to test out and test the waters to see if I actually want to go to the salon and get a salon grade keratin treatment. Again, I think though, if you're trying to look for a keratin mask, is going to give you that salon grade type keratin treatment. I don't know if that exists. I think you definitely do need to go to a professional and have that done. But this is definitely a lot more affordable. It's $10 off Amazon. And I do think it's very hydrating for your hair. Like, you can see my ends are doing quite well. They flop over, they don't stick straight up. And after I did that hair glossing, my ends were like, they were straight up, they were so damaged. And I do think that doing this after doing the hair glossing and after I did a bond treatment and a trim is really what helped with the hair glossing damage. But I do think that this has helped keep my hair very hydrated. And as far as masks go, that's usually what I like to use masks for, is hydration. And I do think it does that. It does say it helps with dry, damaged hair. So it's very good at that. However, if you're looking for something to give you that silky, straight hair, this isn't going to do that. But I do definitely recommend this hair mask. It's only $10. Now, if you have a lot of hair, this mask may not last you very long. It's not a very big bottle. That's about what I went through in a month. So it's right about here. And it was, like, they filled this up. It was, like, you know, all the way to the brim. So for me, this will last me, I think, several months. If, I don't know about a full year, but definitely it might last me up to 6 months. We'll see. So from a cost perspective, you can't beat this. This is definitely a good product. But again, I know some people in the comments were like, oh, I got like 3 uses out of it. They must have a lot of hair. I don't have a lot of hair. So, it's long, but it's not thick. So, from a sheer volume perspective. But yeah, I definitely do recommend this mask from Amazon if you're just looking for a good hydrating mask. And I will say that I do think my hair is a little less frizzy, but not like, again, like, it doesn't look like that after using it alone. I do have to straighten it, kind of seal in all that keratin. That's what they do with a salon. And otherwise, I just do what I just did here, where I braid it so it's a little bit more like my natural hair texture. But I do think that it looks shiny, it looks healthy, and it's not frizzy, but my texture didn't go bye-bye, which was kind of what I was hoping for from looking at the pictures. I thought maybe, fingers crossed, I would end up with beautiful, straight, silky hair. But again, you would have to go get a salon-grade keratin treatment for that. And just be warned that if you have super fine hair like mine, that from the research I did, it seems like it could damage your hair. If you have thicker hair, coarser hair, your hair is going to be able to withstand the keratin treatment a lot better than someone with hair like mine. Alright, so this has been my 30-day test of a keratin hair mask. I thought it would definitely make me want to go and get a keratin treatment, but again, after the research, I'm nervous to go do that. Maybe I'll try it someday, because it might really depend on who you get it from. If you get it from someone who's really good and then could do like a deep conditioning afterwards. But we're definitely like maybe getting into like the $500 range, and I just do not want to spend that kind of money on a one-time hair treatment that may or may not damage my hair irreparably. So, but we'll see. We'll see what the future holds. Maybe this gave you some good suggestions for some hair care products that maybe you'll want to try out. Again, hair masks are wonderful, and I do think that this one is good for maintaining moisture. As far as getting rid of your hair texture, I don't think it's really going to do much of that, but it is a good hair mask for hydration, and again, you can't beat $10 off of Amazon. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!